tonight, we are tracking your tax dollars as investigations into allegations of fraud continue in Minnesota.
It's been almost 2 months since the governor appointed a new director of program integrity and hired an outside consulting firm. Eric Shalou is working to find out what's happened since.
Governor Tim Walz's office promising when they appointed this new director of program integrity would, I'll read it to you, work across state government to strengthen fraud prevention and protect taxpayer dollars. The governor creating this big new position with broad oversight, yet tonight questions remain.
He does not work for me. He works for the people of Minnesota.
Back in mid-December, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz picked Tim O'Malley, a judge at the time, to be the first ever director of program integrity.
I think it's important to continue to say this publicly, the autonomy that he has.
The governor said the goal was to strengthen fraud prevention inside state government.
Minnesotans deserve to know that their tax dollars are being put to good use.
At the time, officials told us the framework was still being worked out on how the position would operate, additional staffing, pay, and how Minnesotans would learn more. Ever since then, we've been trying to find answers. In late December, the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension told us O'Malley was about to start under their agency while working alongside the consulting firm Waypoint. But then on Wednesday, we heard from the BCA that O'Malley is an employee of Waypoint, and any information related to his work would need to be directed to them. The state will pay the consulting firm up to $200,000 to build an anti-fraud toolkit that will be rolled out across every state agency. We sent an email, and Waypoint told us, appreciate the emails. Mr. O'Malley is kindly declining an interview at this time. We followed back, asking if the company could provide an update on their efforts. The company politely declined our request for an interview. We left the offer open if they changed their mind. At the time of the announcement, Governor Walz told us the new director of program integrity had unique power.
If Tim O'Malley in this position and coming on, if he feels like at some point in time, the governor's dragging his feet, I don't think he did enough early on, he didn't do that, he's going to come forward and say that because his job is to fix this.
We've got a lot of questions out, including when could we get an update on what this new position has done and discovered when it comes to detecting fraud in the state of Minnesota. We'll update you when we get some of these questions back. At the state capitol, I'm Eric Shalou, 5 Eyewitness News.
We'll keep asking, and this comes after White House border czar Tom Homan says some federal agents are remaining in Minnesota to investigate fraud.
We got to remember now we got special agents on detail here doing the fraud investigation. They're not going anywhere. They're going to finish their job.
We've reached out to the White House to learn how many agents are dedicated to those investigations and if there are any specific programs that they're currently focusing on. They didn't answer our questions. They referred us to Homan's statement that you just heard from yesterday.